Hey, Algebra 2. Okay, you have one lesson today. Two different reasons. One, this lesson is complicated enough. Okay, and two, because soon and very soon, our graduates, Junior and Paula, will start to be working on their trabajo social. So you're going to see a little bit of a decrease in tarea between now and February. Okay, so look, this lesson, don't shut your mind to it. That's all I can say. It's new. Of course it's new. That's the whole point of Algebra 2, right? Now you're getting out. They gave you a lot of review lessons to like get your base, right? But now they're going to start introducing things where you're like, no, wait a minute, Jessica, I don't understand. No, you can understand, so just focus. Okay, here we go. It says an example, first of all, the lesson's called Polar Coordinates Similar Triangles. So right now we're working on polar coordinates. What you need to understand is this. Look what it says in example 1. Change 457 degrees to rectangular coordinates. There are rectangular coordinates and there are polar coordinates. Polar coordinates look like this. Rectangular coordinates look like the answer, which we're going to see. But you can look at your book right now to see the answer. 2.16r plus 3.36u. So if they give you this, and they want you to change it, you're going to change it to the other format. If they give you the other format, they're going to ask you to change it to this format. But what is all this crazy stuff? It's really not that hard. Here's what you got to think about. It says change 457 to rectangular coordinates. Okay, that's what you have to do. Make sure you have your calculator because you need sine, cosine, tangent. You're going to draw, you can draw the whole thing if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and draw the whole thing. The whole x and y axis, okay? You're going to go up más o menos 57 degrees. This is always your starting point. It always is. And if you forget that and you invent to another starting point, you're going to be very lost siempre, okay? You always start in here and then you bring your line up, what? 57 degrees. If this is 90, then 57 degrees is like halfway through. That's all. It's not precise. You just need to draw a drawing that looks similar. And you put 57 degrees right here. This 4 means that the hypotenuse is 4. You're like, with a hypotenuse, Ms. Jessica, you have a line, you don't have a triangle. No, we do have a triangle. Look, this is part of your triangle, and then you just draw a line down. And boom, you have formed a triangle. And what do you know about this triangle? It's a 90-degree triangle because when you draw a straight line down to another straight line, it makes a 90-degree angle, right? So, now, we need to find what this is going to be your R, and what this is going to be your U. R means to the right, and U means up, okay? And that's how you're going to get your coordinates, your rectangular coordinates, okay? So again, let's go through the process. You start at this line, you go up 57 degrees. That 4 is representing the line where you can draw a triangle. That's a hypotenuse. Go down, this is going to be your U, this is going to be your R. And now you need to find your U and your R. And you're like, well, how are we going to find our U and our R, Ms. Jessica? With sine, cosine, tangent. So I'm going to come over here and write SOHCAHTOA. Right? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So here we go, let's find U. U is opposite, and we have the hypotenuse, so it's going to be sine, right? So we go sine 57 equals U, that's opposite, over 4, okay? To get U by itself, we have to move the 4 over here. So U is going to be 4 times sine 57. And that's going to give you 3.35, okay? So here we go, U is 3.35. The book has 3.36 and we don't care, remember about decimals. Okay, then over here, the R is adjacent to the 57 with your hypotenuse. So it's going to be cosine, remember adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine 57 equals adjacent R over hypotenuse 4. To make the R by itself, we put the 4 over here. So 4 equals cosine, R equals 4 times cosine 57. No like crazy stuff, no second shift, opposite cosine, just 4 times cosine 57. And then you hit enter, and your answer is 5.18. I mean, 2.18. I was looking at the video. 2.18. So now your answer is going to be 2.18R plus 3.35U. Maybe you say, Miss Jessica, but why do they write it like that? Because that's the format. That's all I can tell you. Because that's the format. And this is what it tells you. Look, let's say you only know this. Here's your answer. I'm going to erase all this. Okay, you only know 2.18R plus 3.35U. That means that on this thing you would go 2.18 to the right and 3.5 up, and you would draw your triangle. And you would end up getting the same triangle as if you did 457. That's what that means, okay? Got it? So that would be your point, right? 2.18 and then 3.5 up, there's your point, there's your line, there's your triangle. Okay? Let's look at example 2. Okay, example 2 follows the same concept, but it's on a different part of the axis. Because look what it says, 7, 230. Okay, we start here. This is always our starting point. Then we go, look, if we go up here, this is 90, right? So up to this line is 90, then up to this line is 180, because it's 90 plus 90, right? Which means that if we go to this line, 180 plus 90 is 270. We only need 230. So what we're going to do is, it's going to be somewhere in here. But where? Well, we do 230 minus 180, because we already went 180. We used 180 of those grados. 230 minus 180 is 50. We have 50 left. So there's 50 right there. And you're like, Miss Jessica, no, I don't understand. Yes, you can understand. Watch. You have to use all the grados until you get to 230. You use 90 here. You use 90 here. That means you have 180 that you already used, which means you only have 50 left. 50 is not going to get you all the way over here. So you have to stop in between and put your 50 right there. Okay? Then you draw your triangle and you're like, over here? No, right here. Triangle. This is your right angle. Okay? Now this is your right and this is your up. And you're like, Miss Jessica, you're going left and going down. Yes, I understand. So it's going to be negative, right? But you still have to call it right and up because this is always your starting point. Okay? Stay with me. Good attitudes. Okay, here we go. Let's find R. R is going to be the adjacent of 50. Ooh, pardon, this is our 7. Adjacent of 50 and the hypotenuse is 7, so that's going to be cosine again. Cosine 50 equals R over 7, so we put the 7 over here. 7 times cosine 50. That's going to give you 4.49. So 4.45. 4.5, pardon. So this has to be a negative 4.5 because you know where it is. It's on the left. So it has to be negative 4.5. Okay, U is opposite over hypotenuse, so it's going to be sine. So we already know it's going to be 7 sine 50 equals U. Okay, because now we know the obvious, so we know the routine. So 7 times sine 50, 5.36. Again, it's going down, so it has to be negative 5.36. So now your coordinates are negative 4.5R minus 5.36U. And if you ask me, do I have to put the R in front of the U? Yes, because it's part of the format. Okay? Okay, let's look at example 3. Okay, on this one, there's basically like 2 ways to do it. And you're like, no, Miss Jessica, don't confuse me. I'm only going to mention it really quickly. Look, 340. Okay, well, here we go for 340. We've got here to here is 90, here to here is 180, here to here is 270 when you're adding 90 each time. So 270 to here is obviously 360 because there's 360 degrees in a circle. So you go 360 minus 270, no, pardon, 340, because that's where you have to stop. 340 minus 270, and that's going to give you 70. Okay, but then you have to be careful because 70 is this one. You don't want that one. You want this one, the one that's coming out of this line. Okay? So it's 20. But can I tell you another way to do it? If you see that it's going to be in this quadrant right here because it's 340, why don't you just do 360 minus 340, and that's going to give you 20. So boop, boop, that's 20. Okay? You're like, but Miss Jessica, I'm still not really understanding. Okay, look. Here starts 0 because it's the origin. And then you go over here, here's 90. You go over here, here's 180. You go over here, it's 270. When you come back around, you're at 360. So this line represents 0, but it also represents 360 when you finish your circle. So if you're about to finish your circle because you need 340, it's very easy for you just to say 360 minus 340 is 20. Start from your 360 line and go down 20 and make your triangle. Okay? Okay. And if you're like, well, Miss Jessica, why can't I use 70 and draw my triangle this way? Well, you can't do that because that's not going to give you your R the way that it's supposed to. You need this triangle. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so here we go. This line is going to be 42, so we say we want our R and we want our U. R is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's going to be 42 cosine 20, and then U is going to be 42 sine 20. You guys have to pay attention to your positives and negatives. 42 times cosine 20 gives you 39.47, so 39.5. And then 4 times sine 20 gives you 1.37. Let's just check those. No, 42, pardon, 42 sine 20. 14.37, so 14.4. Watch, your U goes down, but your R is positive, so it goes 39.5 R minus 14.4 U. There you go. Okay, let's do example 4, but example 4, ooh, they don't have example 4. I know, they do that thing again. No, I don't like how they do that. I don't like how they do that. I don't like how they do that. So we're not going to do example B. Practice B, which means you're not going to do number 8 in your homework. Okay? Or any problems when you see them like that. It's not worth it. Okay? It's not worth it. Okay? If you need to know that for the university and stuff like that, or for any math carrera that you're going to take, you're going to learn it. You're going to learn it quickly because your brain works like that. But if you don't do that, you don't need it right now. Okay, so we love you and it's all good. Try practice A, and I'll come back and tell you what your answer is. Okay, your answer is going to be 18R minus 21.45U. Okay, but remember the decimal points don't count if it's close, right? Remember how you're going to do it. It would be 28 sine 50 for this one, negative 28 cosine 50 for this one, positive. It's 50 because it's 360 minus 310 to give you 50, or you can go over here. 90, 180, 270, 360 minus 310 minus 270 is 40, so you go 40 here, so you have to go 50 here. Okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm here to help. If you just call, send me a text message going, no, Miss Jessica, I don't understand. Okay, then we'll walk it through. Okay, but try. You guys got this. Bye.